There are strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who moil for gold. The Arctic trails have the secret sails that would make your blood run cold. The Northern Lights have seen strange sights, but the strangest they ever did see was that night on the marge of Lake Labart. I cremated Sam McGee. Now Sam McGee was from Tennessee, where the cotton blooms and blows, while he left his home in the South to roam round the pole, God only knows. He was always cold, but the land of gold seemed to hold him like a spell, though he'd often say in his homely way that he'd sooner live in hell. On a Christmas day, we were mushing our way over the Dawson Trail. Talk of your cold through the Parker's fold, it stabbed like a driven nail. If our eyes we'd close and the lashes froze till sometimes we couldn't see. It wasn't much fun, but the only one to whimper was Sam McGee. And that very night as we lay packed tight in our robes beneath the snow, and our dogs were fed and the stars o'erhead were dancing heel and toe, he turned to me and Cat says he, I'll cash in this trip I guess, and if I do I'm asking that you won't refuse my last request. Well, he seemed so low that I couldn't say no. Then he says with a sort of moan, it's a cursed cold and it's got right hold till I'm chilled clean through to the bone. Yet ain't being dead, it's my awful dread of the icy grave that pains. So I want you to swear that foul or fair you'll cremate my last remains. A pal's last need is a thing to heed, so I swore I would not fail. And we started on at the streak of dawn, but God, he looked ghastly pale. He crouched on the sleigh and he raved all day of his home in Tennessee. And before nightfall a corpse was all that was left of Sam McGee. Hey! There wasn't a breath in that land of death, and I hurried horror-driven with a corpse half hid that I couldn't get rid because of a promise given. It was lashed to the sleigh and it seemed to say, you may tax your brawn and brains, but you promised true and it's up to you to cremate those last remains. Now a promise made is a debt unpaid, and the trail has its own stern code. In the days to come, though my lips were dumb, in my heart how I curse that load. In the long, long night, by the lone firelight, while the huskies round in a ring howled out their woes to the homeless snows. Oh God, how I loathe the thing. And every day that quiet clay seemed to heavy and heavier grow. And on I went, though the dogs were spent and the grub was getting low. The trail was bad and I felt half mad, but I swore I would not give in. And I'd often sing to the hateful thing, and I hearkened with a grin. Till I came to the marge of Lake Labarge and a derelict valet. It was jammed in the ice and I saw in a trice it was called the Alice May. And I looked at it and I thought a bit, and I looked at my frozen chum. Then here said I with a sudden cry is the crematorium. From the cabin floor, and I lit the boiler fire. Some coal I found that was lying around, and I hit the fuel high. The flames just soared, and the furnace roared. Such a blaze you seldom see. And I burrowed a hole in the glowing coal, and I stuffed in Sam McGee. And the heavens scowled, and the huskies howled, and the wind began to blow. It was icy cold, but the hot sweat rolled down my cheeks, and I don't know why. And the greasy smoke and an inky cloak went streaking down the sky. I do not know how long in the snow I wrestled with grisly fear, but the stars came out and they danced about. Here again I ventured near. I was sick with dread, but I bravely said I'll just take a peep inside. I guess he's cooked and it's time I looked, and the door I opened wide, and there sat Sam looking cool and calm in the heart of the furnace roar. And he wore a smile, you could see a mile, and he said, please close that door. It's fine in here, but I greatly fear you'll let in the cold and storm. Since I left Plumtree down in Tennessee, it's the first time I've been warm. There are strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who moil for gold. The Arctic trails have the secret tales that would make your blood run cold. The northern lights have seen strange sights, but the strangest they ever did see was that night on the marge of Lake LaBarge. I cremated Sam McGee. The summer is past, but your days keep growing longer. There's no wind in your sails, but the storm's blowing stronger. Walking hard, standing tall, keeping your head up through it all. Fighting fires, spinning plates. Goodness, how did it get so late? Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and just let your mind flow downstream. Sprawled out in a moonbeam. Lay your head down and dream. Joe Hills is filmed before a live streaming audience.
That's us. Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and tonight y'all are my live streaming audience. I have been trying to get the studio reset perfectly after the arts and crafts stream yesterday, And, well, what do you know? The last thing that I didn't get reset is that the microphone is still like 6 inches over this way. So I need to mute the mic real quick so I can just adjust that. I didn't notice it till I started talking. 1 second, bear with me. Do I have a really short song I could play? What about Suma Be Void?
Deep down inside the ceiling, close to mountain keys, just like 1984 when at the telescreens. Big brother watched the builder with a silky voice, who played on HermitCraft names who would be void, who never ever learned to show his face so well, but he could play guitar just like a brilliant man. Well, go, 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 Suma, go, 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 Suma, go, go, go to your grave, go, go, Suma, go, go. Suma Be Void.
All right, so there we go. Suma go, go. Well, okay, a few things. First off, I heard somebody said that Etho claimed land near here. I don't know. Does anyone know if that's like east of me, west of me, south of me, or what? That would be helpful to know so I don't accidentally build into Etho's area. 2, Kristen tipping for the first tip of the stream, tip at 5 via PayPal, says, Joe, I have to thank you for sending out that stream notification. It's been a rough week at work, and I couldn't find my phone after I got home. Spent the last half hour looking for it before I heard your notification ding. Hey, we did it. So, thank you, Kristen, for supporting the stream, and I'm glad I could help. Somebody says, I think Etho went to the jungle past the savannah. Okay, that might be the one down south here. Oh yeah, this is not gonna be a problem at all for me if Etho is back in here. Was this what you guys were thinking? Okay, I don't want to spoil anything. It looks like he's got a build going on there, so. Great. Okay, so I'm between Etho and the shopping district. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. That's only going to help my real estate value. Okay. So, we have some math to do. But first, did I remember to tip... okay. So, yeah, after that first 5 rolled in, I forgot to mention, if you've never seen a Joe Hill stream before, every time we hit a tipping milestone, the camera gets bigger. And we are currently 15 away from our first face camera expansion milestone. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay. On-stream math, I know, right? So, you know, I was thinking about Cub's question about the legs of the pinball machine. And even though the legs of the pinball machine are going to, like, plunge into the sea here, like, there's no underneath here, right? His Greatness says he mentioned my build in the video. Oh, awesome. So, here's what I realized, is that part of the leg, though... Like, the upper part of the front leg actually comes up pretty high on the machine and might actually be above the water level here. So, we need to do some sanity checking on our math here. Okay. Getting out the calculator. So, this thing is 128 blocks wide. And in real life, it's about 51 centimeters across. 128 divided by 51 equals 2.5. So the actual numbers that we were using for our ratio was 2.38. So that means that, okay, so that 2.5 is just consistent. That tells us we're roughly right. Okay, so sanity check, good. Now that means for this next measurement here, we go down 14.2 centimeters in real life before we hit the top of the leg, coming down from that corner there. So 14.2 times 2.38 is equal to 33.7 blocks. 33.8 blocks. So that's, let's just say 38 blocks until we hit the top of the leg. And this is going to be another 24 blocks here. So, uh-oh, we need to go lay our heads down and dream. Come on. Okay. So, Twitch chat is hopping tonight. Everybody's chat's hopping tonight. So. Jeff says, didn't you just say 33.8? So it would be 34. Oh boy, let's try that math again. That's exactly the sort of mistake we make when we're tired. 14.2 times 2.38 equals 33.7. Yep, 33.79 does not round up to 38. It rounds up to 34. Guess who just saved us a ton of trouble? It's YouTube chat's own Jeff Marwa McKinsey. Thank you, Jeff Marwa McKinsey, for that incredibly astute ability to tell when I was screwing up. Yep, I took that 33.79 and I was like, the 9 is next to the 7, so that rounds up to an 8. 38. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I've, This school year schedule is not, playing well with my sleep cycle yet. I haven't been having a hard time getting up to get my daughter to school, but I haven't had an easy time of going to bed earlier either. I've been trying with various degrees of success each night. But last night was particularly unsuccessful, so I'm a little bit behind on sleep. I'm hoping that as the school year proceeds, though, I'll be reacclimated quickly enough. Yeah. So here we go. Part of me also... I got a ton of editing I still have to do on Total Chaos. The embargo date for that ends tomorrow, but I'm not sure if my episode's going to come out tomorrow or not. Because, let me clear my throat. So, basically, I'm not sure if it stands alone as an episode until I really get in there and mess with the editing. And I just have not gotten enough of that. Okay, so we're at 112 here on the Y. So 112 minus 34 is 78. So it's definitely above sea level. So we need to go get... Let's go get some deep slate maybe for the legs temporarily. Yeah, we played Total Chaos earlier this week. The embargo for it ends tomorrow, but I'm not sure if any hermits are actually going to be ready to have that out, because it was pretty chaotic, and making an episode out of it would be challenging. I think I'm going to spend a lot of time in replay mod. Part of me, it's one of those I'm dying Squirtle things. I want to do the replay mod for it tonight on camera, but that would be spoilers. So, because part of me was like, I'll just make this a replay mod stream, and we'll just do a bunch of cool stuff with Total Chaos. And it's like, but if the embargo ends tomorrow, that means that I can come back in tomorrow night after the embargo ends, and I can stream myself doing all the crazy replay mod stuff, because I kind of want to do some... I want to try and do some cool replay mod stuff with it, but I'm not sure how that's going to go yet, if that makes any sense. Okay, so we need to go down... Oh, did I bring extra scaffolds? Good, I actually did. Wow. I'm impressed. Okay. Yeah, there's a embargo on the Total Chaos episode. Oh wait, 78 is what we need. So... So the weird thing about this is there's actually going to be an air gap here. It's actually where the bolts hit the machine that there's going to be a hard diagonal. Okay, so at the top, this is going to be 2 blocks wide. Well, 2.5 roughly. For readability, I'm going to round that 2.5 up to 3 on this. Ooh, actually, yeah, I think we'll do that. Okay. And 4.5 times 2.38 equals 10.71 blocks. So 11 blocks down here. But it doesn't get that wide for another 24 blocks. So if we are at 78 now, how far down do we have to go to get to 24? 78 minus 24 equals 54. So that's going to be 10 below sea level. Ay. Okay, we can do that. So... assuming we can actually place the blocks. What did I say, 54? Am I not wearing my scuba helmet? I'm not wearing my scuba helmet. Great planning. Okay. Let's go grab a hydration potion. Think. I think they're in here, in this one. Water breathing. Night vision, water breathing. Start recording. HermitCraft Season 9, Episode 26, Segment Delta, or possibly HermitCraft Season 9, Episode 27, Segment Alpha, depending on editing. Take 1. Action. Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. One thing that occurred to me after talking to Cub Fan at, Take 2. Howdy, y'all. Nope, wrong way. Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. And today on the HermitCraft server, I was thinking to myself, you know, Cub asked me about the legs on the pinball machine. And I was like, well, they'd be mostly underwater. And in fairness, they would be. But I realized that parts of the legs of the pinball machine would actually, like, go up along the sides of the front of the cabinet here and the back of the cabinet. And so I realized, like, if Cub's smart enough to create total chaos, maybe he has a point about the readability of the pinball machine as a pinball machine, like, being clearer if we can get these kind of basalt legs in here. Now, I did some math on this. We need to go 11 blocks across here. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All the way up until y equals 54. Uh-oh, that was too far. Womp womp. We'll do better next time. Believe it. Anyway. So, basically, y equals 54 is where the leg hits a fixed width. And above that, it starts tapering off and reaches a point where it just kind of stops. And there's going to be 2 bolt holes that are going to go into the side of the machine, securing the cabinet to the legs. But anyway, we should go ahead and kind of rough these in. We're just going to use some basalt here because it looks kind of like your basic pinball machine legs. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, a proper pinball machine, like a fancy collector's edition one, might have powder-coated, fancy painted legs. This one does not, because we are not gonna be that fancy on our first go. I figure what we want to do is we want to rough everything in. Then, once we have it roughed in, we'll figure out exactly where to go from there in future passes. But anyway, that right there is how narrow the top of the leg is before it begins to taper. So, since we know that that one up there is 3 wide, and this one down here, that's 11 wide, that's an 8 block difference. Now, we're going up about 24 blocks here, so that says to me, I don't know, maybe every 3 blocks or so, we pull this in 1, right? So we maybe pull that 1, 2, 3 like that. Then we come down here. And if my math is wrong on this, then I'll just be embarrassed in front of tens, if not dozens of people. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. So, we can just kind of keep going down here. I do have a night vision potion, so I'm not going to be able to see how many creepers are going to try and get me. This is maybe a recipe for disaster, so why don't we go ahead and lay our heads down and dream here. I think that was 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we clearly didn't do that math right. Well, it's obvious as I'm looking at this, we didn't do that math exactly right. We are off a little bit here. So let's see, maybe let's go ahead and add, so make each of these 4 high. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey! That was basically it. We basically did it. Let's see how that looks from over here now. Okay, so when we look at that from over here, the kelp is pretty heavily occluding the angle, and I don't love the way it rounds out at the top. I think I might, to really kind of give it a little bit of a rounder look here, I might actually have that one go like that. Yeah, that's how we do it. So let's clear out this kelp and then work on getting some more legs in. Time skip. Stop recording. Face camera back on. Yep. We were just doing a recording real quick. When the face camera's off, that is usually what we are all about. We'll go up and we'll grab a boat and collect all this kelp, too. Because there's going to be a lot of it. No more baby kelps. Okay, there's the boat. Yeah, we're going to change our status now that we're actually set up. Okay, let's see. Do we have any more tips rolling in? Quick reminder, we've been going about a half hour now. We are $15 away from our first face camera expansion milestone, and tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay. So, in terms of potions and stuff, our water breathing and night vision are both about to fade out. So why don't we go ahead and chug a new water breathing. And we'll worry about the night vision later, because those are rarer. Oh yeah, I was going to throw away these arrows, for example. And grab the surplus kelp. Oh, I know why I wasn't... Whoops. That's why I wasn't wearing my helmet. I had one of my player heads for the quests earlier. Okay. Can we just grab an empty to-go box? Okay, great. Actually, let's grab some of the basalt too. Okay. That sunken ship might not be looted, actually. You might not be wrong. Of course I did. It's fine. So, meanwhile, my elytra and everything are somewhere. Probably back here. I forgot to keep my totem in my offhand. I feel like I had a more full inventory. Yep, there's the totem. So I guess stuff is just... Okay, so what are we missing? We got our trousers. We don't have our pickaxe. Pickaxe like in the letter here? Did it go through there? Yep, there's the pickaxe. So you really gotta close those holes up. Okay. I think we got all the must-haves. Oh yeah, that's where I pulled out that, what do you call it the other day? Obsidian. But yeah, so we got all of our main tools. We got rockets, we got food, we got our tot, we got our netherite gear. Let's go hop in our boat real quick. And go grab some more of that kelp. If it hasn't despawned, looks like it has now. Okay, so now that we're done with that, we can chug the other night vision potion. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. One, two, three, four. One, two. It's like 4, but it's only 3. Welcome, Indrid the Moth. Glad you could join us. Welcome, Raiders. My name is Joe Hills. I'm broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee. I'm currently doing some math on build-in legs for the pinball machine. Cool. Yeah, we can go lay our heads down, Dream. Stephanie Hall says, hey, Joe and chat, can you wish my son a happy birthday? Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a el hijo de Stephanie Hall, 17. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Y muchas más. Okay, so then that goes in like this. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3. Wait, how is my math fine on this side but not on that side? Let's look at this again. Hold on. One, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, and then 1. And, okay, hold on. So this is wrong in the same way on both sides. So down 1, 2, 3. Down 1, 2. 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 That roughly evens out. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Down 1, down 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, these risks were not very well placed. I didn't count these out properly in the first place. That's why. Okay. Feeling a lot better about that decision now. No, I'm down here in slot 9 putting the hot in the hot bar. We are currently $15 away from the first face camera expansion. I kind of feel like maybe I should have used grass for this, because I think that these are also going to be basically a scaffold block type thing. Let me think about this, because... Oh, these were supposed to be 1 away here, and I made them 2 away. That's, So the actual final ones will go inside of these, I guess. So this is going to kind of give it a, expanded vibe, I guess. Yeah, see how this comes 2 out from there? That's not really where it should be. Whatever. Okay, so over here, we come 2 out to do it the same way. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Probably went further than I intended. Okay, so let's go check on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, come on! Lost my count. We know we have to get up to 54 as well before. Oh, of course. Wait, targeted block is 54. Okay. Was I looking at targeted fluid on the other one? Is that how my math was wrong? Yep, targeted block is 52. That's why the math didn't work, people. That's why the math didn't work. Okay. Honestly, as long as it's consistent, it'll be... It's close enough. And this is just a temporary placeholder leg. So, just make them both 52. But the downside of that is that 52 is actually way the heck down here. So... Yeah. Come on. So it goes up 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that evens out there like the other one does. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, so that's 4? No, that's 3. Is it? It is. Okay. Hey, we got a tip rolling in from Stephanie Hall 17 for the 20. Thank you, Stephanie Hall, who writes, "Thank you, Joe and chat. We love the birthday wishes. Now expand, Joe." Well, if you've never seen a Joe Hill stream before, please direct your attention down here to slot 9, where I'm putting the hot in the hot bar, so I can say, "Howdy, y'all. Grow Hills here, expanding as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee." Dee-da-dee-da-dee, dee-da-dee-da-dee, I'll just slide over here. Alrighty. So, that puts us 15 even away from our next face camera expansion. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Hey, Miss Canuck, glad you could join us. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think maybe this is the layer that has... I'm looking at that. That doesn't look right. Have we gone too far here? Grumble, 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 grumble. Okay, it's fine. Let's go layer heads down and dream down here. So, now we need our rockets, so we can check our targeted block Y level here. Wrong button. 78, okay. Yep, definitely too high. Let's just go slow. That's fine. Okay, so from there we should go down 1 here. We didn't. Should go down 3 here. 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now another 4. And another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, great. Okay, so that's actually where we're going to cut that in. Now that we figured that out, it's easy. I'm glad you appreciate the dark letters, or the deep field letters. Thank you. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 over here. Then we round down. So I think we need to go one lower here than we had it there. Yep. Now here's the problem with working from that way, is we need to go 4 lower now. Let's do this math from this side. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But the Y level is wrong because we're too high up. So I can't actually do the math on that properly. So we're just going to go up here and I guess do it from backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. One, 2, 3, 4. Up 1. Poor Jevin. Tried to swim in lava. What? He didn't just go swim in lava. He went and raided us with 237 fantastic people. Welcome, Jevin Raiders. My name is Joe Hills. I'm down here in the lower left, hanging out with this tot here. We are broadcasting from Nashville, Tennessee tonight. But if you're not familiar with my work, we are working on my mega base here, which is a colossal scale pinball machine. We are getting the rough framework, the cabinetry, the legs, that sort of stuff in place. It is designed to be 256 blocks deep and 128 blocks wide. And the reason for that is so that the thing shows up on a map here, right? Oh yeah, here's the name of it, Deep Field. This is not the final art that's going to go on the side. We're going to have that over here sometime probably in January or February, because you got to save some of your fun creative projects for the doldrums of winter. So anyway, the wood on the machine is actually going to be 5 blocks thick, which is why you might notice that some of the stuff like the coin door overlay and whatnot, the cutouts, the things that are going to be cut through the wood are actually like as deep as they would be. We are working on this front leg here right now, and that needs to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to go up to that one. 1, 2, 4. Then it comes down 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, wait. 1, 2. Yeah. And then it's going to go into the sea. It's going to be buried in the sand here. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Let's say that we were coming in from over here. This is where Zombie Cleo's base is. If you're trying to get a sense of like how stuff looks on the HermitCraft server, this is Cleo's base over here. And then Cleo would probably know that this waterway connects her straight to my base. Ooh, yeah, I gotta say, having the legs on there really adds something to it. It makes it feel less like a plain giant birch box. Which, in fairness, it kind of is a plain giant birch box. But that's okay. So, I did some measuring too. The legs on the back of the back box here, those are going to come in, let's see. I should do something about these water source blocks at some point too. That's not really safe to have those just hanging out. But anyway, the legs on the back of the back box are 31 centimeters from the top of the back of the cabinet. Sorry, not the back box. The back of the cabinet, the rear of the cabinet. 31 centimeters from the top to where the beginning of the leg meets. 31 centimeters at the scale we're using. 2.38. That ends up being 73 blocks in Minecraft. So we need to find out what's the highest block on the back of the cabinet. Here. That would be down. The highest block on the back of the cabinet would be here, where that meets there. So we are targeting 150. 150 minus 74 blocks. 150 minus 74 equals 76. So that's going to end up being A little bit lower, but not too drastically lower than the ones in the front. Yeah, Terrence, I've been measuring a pinball cabinet that I'm renting for this. So I've got a Total Nuclear Annihilation I'm renting from Don't Panic Flip, who we raid sometimes on Monday nights. And yeah, well, if you're going to build a scale model of something, it's better to have the thing there, right? We didn't have an actual castle Hohenzollern last season, and it really hurt our ability to work on the project, in my opinion. Like, it would have been a way better build if we had a real castle Hohenzollern. Okay, so 1, 2. Let's just, I want to count this out real quick. Dang it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that is right. Sometimes I'm just like doing quick sanity checks on things to make sure things end up where they need to be. Okay, so that means we're going to count out 2 blocks from here. Well, the way we did the front ones is actually slightly off. We don't have to make the same mistake here. Because it's going to be distinct enough. So let's just go up until we hit... what was that? 76 we needed to hit? Yeah. So we're at 62 now. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, if we had a real Castle Hohenzollern last season, we would not have had to move the walls so many times. Okay. Yeah, the scaffolding on this is going to be kind of weird because it's pushed further back from the machine. But once the scaffold's gone, yeah, that's going to extend. So we're actually missing a line of black stone here, so this is going to look off-center, but it's actually where it needs to be. Welcome, Ryan, aka Unlimited Creativity, joining via the Discord chat. For those of you who don't know, we got 3 chats open right now. Discord for the Patreon patrons, YouTube for folks who like to chat on YouTube, and Twitch for folks who like to chat on Twitch, including that fantastic Jevin raid we just got. So welcome once again, Jevin Raiders. If you've never seen Joe Hill stream before, the camera gets bigger every time we hit a tipping milestone. We are currently 15 away from the next phase camera expansion, and I keep track of progress like that on this abacus. So if anybody wants to show how the abacus works to the Jevin Raiders, now would be a fantastic time. We are gonna keep wandering up this way then. Whoops, too far. One, 2, 3, 4. Once again, these are kind of ugly placeholder blocks for the actual legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. I really want to make this look good at the end of the day, but in the short term, we just kind of need to make it look at all for reference so we can figure out what we're doing. Hey, Chloe the Great and Powerful rolling in with a $3 tip in PayPal Super Chat says, I love being an example. Well, thank you, Chloe the Great and Powerful. As you can see, that now is going to put us 12 away from our next phase camera expansion milestone. So thank you, Chloe, for that fantastic illustration. Okay, so we need to stop that. 1, 2, 3. One more down. Then we go down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's about it. 1, 2. Too far. And this one's just going to go right there. Boop. Okay, so up we go then again this way. I do want to collect the kelp around here because they're going to block people flying past from being able to see the legs well. And we want to collect some extra squid ink when we can, too. Smile Tabor, tip in 10, says the pinball cabinet looks great with all the progress. Thank you very much, Smile Tabor. That is very kind of you to say. I'm really happy with it myself, and I can now point out that we are $2 away from the next face camera expansion. Okay, tips are welcome once again via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. So, we've got some stuff to collect here. Hey! Clear Equation 0. That's what I'm assuming CE0 stands for. It might be something else. CE0, rolling in, writing. I also like being an example. And tip in 20. That is one full face camera expansion all at once. Boom! Putting us 2 away from the next one after this. Please direct your attention down here to the lower left so I can say, howdy, y'all. Grow Hills here, expanding as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. Whee! Ooh! Ah! I don't know, we're just goofing around. We have fun here. Oh boy, not the camera's getting bigger. I should get my high visibility gloves on. Boom, there we go. These are absolutely day glow green, so if I go running, you know, cars will see me better. But they're vented, so, you know, they're not gonna, what do you call it? You're not gonna overheat, right? That's, you gotta pay attention to your heat management when you're running. Now that I've got to wake up earlier for school, I've been thinking I should maybe start forcing myself to go run again, so I'll be tired at night. Or so I'll be sleepy. That's the thing, is I'm always tired, but I'm not always sleepy. Okay. One more, maybe 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. One, 2, 3, 4. Do I drive my child to work? No, she doesn't have a job. Welcome. Hi, Derek. Glad you could join us in the Patreon chat. I sent a couple Patreon invites out earlier today, and it's always fun to see folks greeting us for the first time in the Discord. 1, 2, 3, 4. So glad you found us. Nightshade Owl Live says, does your liking of chroma green or personal use of green screen come first? The green screen definitely prompted it. I didn't really have any green stuff before this. Or at least not, like, bright green on purpose. Really. One, 2, 3, 4. Hey, Chloe and Gaia. Glad to see y'all hopping in the chat, too. Okay, so this is enough to get us started here. I really should come by with a bucket and clean up that water. But I'm all... Well, actually, we need to go up there anyway to get more of those blocks that we're getting. Maybe grab this real takeaway here box, too. Did we get it? Great. Okay, so here we go. Oh, yeah, when I say school started again, I have a kid who goes to school. I'm not in school myself. I am not taking classes at the moment. I am not ruling it out in the long term. especially because my alma mater is introducing a graduate program that I'm interested in. But I'm not 100% sure how that's gonna go. Because they haven't announced, like they've created a new institute, but they haven't announced the graduate program. They haven't announced what the application requirements are gonna be or anything. But I have an undergraduate degree in history, and I feel like that's gonna help. So we'll see how it goes. But that's one of those like long-term goals. Like, it's like if I'm stuck living in the city anyway to keep my kid in the same school, I might as well take advantage of the stuff that I wouldn't be able to do once I moved out into the country, like take a bunch of courses and stuff from a good university, or from a local university. But, hey, we got a tip rolling in from Marcella for 5, who writes, "Grow! We were indeed only 2 away from the next phase camera expansion milestone, so that puts us 3 past. Here we go. It's time to expand." So, somebody asked, what's the program? So they don't have a name for the degree exactly, or the degree program yet, but one of my professors from undergrad, they've dedicated an institute to his civil rights work, called the James Lawson Institute for the Research and Study of Nonviolent Movements. And I think that would be a really cool thing to learn more about. The classes I had in undergrad, like I took a lot of history classes because that was what my major was in, but it was really meaningful to have an opportunity to study under professors who were involved in the civil rights movement themselves, and people who had individually, so like people who had taken risks and not necessarily been individually rewarded. In fact, many of them were individually punished, but they successfully made the world a better place to some degree. I think that's really cool, right? Welcome, Alien Dev 2. And I feel like that would help me have a better sense of perspective and individual capacity for impact, what good we can do when we work together, right? I don't really have like a goal in mind with this, but like in terms of like, if I could, I'm at the point where I don't need a degree to get a job, right? Because I already have a degree, and I have an undergrad degree, and I already have a job, which is doing this, and I don't even need that undergrad degree to do this, right? Like, so it's not like, oh, I don't need to go and pick a degree that would make me more employable. I don't need to go get a degree in mechanical engineering, although that would also be fun, or electrical engineering. I've thought about doing those too, but I think that just doing a little bit, pushing my I think this is the one that's going to go up to pushing myself a little bit further, kind of along the history degree track, is something that I could just say, I'm doing this for me, I'm doing this as a way to take advantage of the situation I'm in, and I think I could get a lot out of it. I don't know. The thing I like about it is I don't know exactly what I would get out of it. I don't have like a particular aim, right? But I think it would be better to do this than to not do this, right? The other side, So the front was Y78. This side's supposed to be Y76. Yeah, I think we're we're too high on this. Yeah, because the rear legs are kind of lower on the cabinet. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, welcome, Elijah. I'm glad that you also got your Patreon invite. I sent those out right before the stream, so I wasn't sure if you would see it. It's just been a little bit of a busy day. It's the first week back at school, and so we keep having to make surprise shopping trips. It's like, hey, so this thing that they said you need this or this, I actually need both this and this. I'm like, fine. And then the next day, it's like, oh, and for gym class, like, or whatever, like, we need the, it's like, fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's... So, like, I'm hoping after the first week, once they've had every class at least once, right, they'll kind of, you know, be like, okay. But yeah. Oh, we got another tip rolling in. Let's see who that's from. And let's maybe not drown while we read it. Leo, thank you so much for tipping 10. Woo! That is going to put us 7 away from the next face camera expansion. Leo says, howdy from Texas this time. I'm helping clear out my grandma's house from the copious amount of things she has. She used to be the overseer of a church benevolence room, so, you know, it's a lot. I decided to come up with a haiku about it. Here it is. So many boxes, taller than myself now. How to carry them. Thank you very much, Leo. Once again, that puts us 7 away from the next expansion milestone. Let me copy and paste that link for you here and not repost the second James Lawson thing, or the same James Lawson thing a second time. What is going on here? I'm going. Sorry, Cub just sent me a message about the embargo. Thanks, Cub. Bum, 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 bum. I'm not likely to turn mine around tonight. Either way. Thanks, Cub. I'm just going to say thanks, Cub, and thanks again for the amazing game. Yeah, there we go. Cool, cool, cool. Just got a clarification from Cub. Shouldn't impact anything I'm doing. Matthew Wilson, thank you for tipping 5, who says, hey, Joe, just wanted to say I'm not sure what it was, but your last video was a step above the rest, in my opinion. Appreciate seeing your growth. Thank you. You know, I've been trying to be... I've been really trying to make sure that the editing creates a better experience. I'm not just stringing together little bits of the video. I'm really trying to be more critical with the editing. And so, yeah, I'm glad that that's coming across with a good... I want to keep a high-speed energy in the videos. Because, like... we have the streams for the hangout, chill, like low speed stuff, right? Like this is where we just come pal around, talk about, hey, what you got up to today? What'd you get up to today? Whatever, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, boom. But like, I want the episodes to feel like they're frenetic, energetic, high speed, low drag. 1, 2, 3. Terrence Shark says if you keep linking the PayPal, you'll get kicked for repeated messages. Who's gonna kick me? I'm doing it again. Ha-ha! I've gotten mad with repetitive power. Ooh, ha! Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then we come down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I think I had that 1, 2, 3, 4, and then yeah, it goes into the ground. So now that I know that Etho is actually building back behind me here, that makes me want to like go and quickly measure, because there are some vents and stuff on the back of the machine that aren't really that visually interesting. So I was gonna kind of do those later, and I was gonna focus on the front of the machine now. But this is part of being on a server with a big group of people, right? You have to really... It's not that you need to... It's not that you need to, like, react in, like, a freaked out panic way, like, oh no, Etho's gonna be flying past her, I gotta do this right away. But you've gotta... It's kind of like a dance, right? Where when Etho moves past me, I need to respond in such a way that will both make me look good and make him look good, right? It's a collaborative experience playing on a server like this. So even though he didn't shoot me a message saying, hey Joe, I'm going to see the back of your pinball machine a bunch, make sure it's not hideous. Like, just knowing that he's going to fly past it sometimes and have to decide whether or not to keep that in the like, does he edit that out or not, right? Just little things like having a few extra cutouts in the back of the machine where they actually belong will make me look better, but also make him look better. And it makes the whole dance look better, if that makes any sense. So, okay. Real quick, we got some tips rolling in. Thank you very much to Lost Cult Music, who says, another night doing dishes. Thanks for having us along. Well, thank you, Lost Cult Music. You just put us one past our next face camera expansion milestone. So here we go. It's time to expand. And then we also got a tip rolling in for a full 20 from Rebecca. That puts us one past the next milestone still, who says, thanks for continued entertainment. I especially enjoy the morning streams when I need distraction from my own work mornings. Yeah, as school gets going, I'm hoping to do more of those. I was going to try and do one today, but the morning just got away from me. The first week of school, everything's hectic, so I'm working toward it. Yeah, I definitely want to do more morning streams. They, especially during the school year, they help me kind of set a good pace for myself for the rest of the day. But either way, y'all have seen that money go straight to my head with each face camera expansion that we hit. But now, like Jacob Marley, these chains I forged in life, they're about to begin pulling me down to the deep below. Enter the ghost. Bom, 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 bom. I'm a ghost now. Oh, no. Anyway, I'm a ghost now. Oh, no. So, we are now at 90% Jopacity. You can see the text coming through a little bit there. Okay, that is not a good way to sleep in a bed. Here's what I need to do. Now that I know that Etho is moved in behind the pinball machine, I was going to take a hydration break anyway and quickly do some measurements but I'm gonna do the hydration break and quickly do some measurements now. So I'm gonna see which song we can play for the hydration break that's a little longer. Of course, we already played the longest song, the cremation of the what's left of Sam McGee earlier, so we're not going to play that for our hydration break music. Let's go to our spreadsheet here and see who we need to thank. Let's see. I really thought that we already thanked Mr. Hardluck and played What's My Destinies in Tennessee already this month. But you know what? It's a long song, and Mr. Hardluck is always fantastic. So just in case, maybe we'll double down on that. So here's a song I wrote. It's a rhyme and geography song. Kind of like, if you ever heard like All My Exes Live in Texas or Spending Hanukkah in Santa Monica. This is My Destinies in Tennessee. It's a Pokemon Go rhyming geography song. This was the first song that I made that was good enough that I was like, we need an album. So
Say to be the very best, you gotta travel across the land. But I'm happy here at pretty good, just out walking with my friends. So you can fly from coast to coast for all the antics events. But my destiny's here in Tennessee, my Pokedex in hand. You run your laps chasing lickitung in Providence, and you arc your throws for Electabuzz in St. Louis. But when you're lost in Boston seeking Pokestops, boo-hoo, we'll all still be spinning them up on Rocket Top. It's true. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our Togepi's here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. We don't need Tanglers from Los Angeles. If you're there chasing Charizard, you're making your life way too hard. Clutching garlic, pounding pavement down Ventura Boulevard. We don't need Nidoqueens from down New Orleans. I hate to rain on Solo U, but parades need a willing crew. All those squirtles on St. Charles saw you wandering and withdrew. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our Togepi's here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. We don't need Lapras from Minneapolis or Polar Bears from Mississippi's. There's enough Weedles on Montego. We could evolve a swarm of Beedrill. There's enough Snubbull down to Shovel. We could team Sled with Grumble. We don't need Oregon from out in Oregon or any Pikachus from up in Massachusetts. Sorry, Professor Oklahoma, sorry, poke coin palooka will hatch on hikes in Chattanooga. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our toga peas here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our toga peas here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. Green glass screen, placing blocks per hand, it's the hills extreme. Have you ever seen a yo's expand? Grown and shown up with your demands, yeah. Everybody subscribe, Sean Hills is here to promote his bro live. Placing blocks all over the place, all powered by a vegan with jump boost and haste. Brother, I'll watch him let's play and debate with Joe, all the views I'll say it. Binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe. Go binge watch Joe. Go binge watch, go binge watch Joe. Go binge watch, go binge watch Joe. Go binge watch, go binge watch Joe. Joe. Stream it. Fill in your gaps, check live feeds and load up HermitCraft. Watch it on any side screen. Back it up to clone redstone machines just building. With dry concrete powder, wetting it down for a much smoother towel. Cause on this tube there's only one server. The whitelist is closed, so don't inquire further. Neighboring players compete on their stores. HermitCrafters you love with improv rapport, you just binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe. Go binge watch, go binge watch 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 Joe. Viewers, you better click subscribe because today we're building that hype. Comment, your praises don't fail. Sean Hill's on a roll with HermitCraft details. Singing out loud the way it should be sung with the Nashville sound that you like for fun. You know it's live now like a HermitCrafter. Read the description, tweet about it after. The hour of the Hermit is nigh. Churning out videos y'all will like. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe. Go binge watch, go binge watch 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 Joe. Joe. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe. Go binge watch, go binge watch Joe. Go binge watch, go binge watch Joe. Go binge watch, go binge watch Joe. Joe.
I put the cogs into the box and then I've got another load. After a while my arms will get tired and then this job will blow. But I could be replaced by a machine that does my work in half the time. But I don't know where I'd go, 'cause I prefer putting cogs into the box. Now I've got another load. Only just a few more hours and then I'm free to go. But I can't cease in questioning if I really have a home. It makes me sick to think of it, 'cause I prefer
right. So there we go. In addition to playing Mr. Hardluck's request, My Destiny is Tennessee, I also want to thank Speller Spider for requesting Cogs. That's a favorite of mine as well. That was actually the first collaboration between Sean and I on any sort of music for the internet. So that one actually predates my YouTube channel by years, I think. Oh no, not in here. Okay. We have done some measuring. It's not maybe... I didn't realize... Okay, a few things. One, it's a lot more effort to pull a pinball machine away from a wall than you might expect. So I spent a non-trivial amount of time moving the machine at all. Two, while I was back there, I realized that there's actually some supports that stick out that we would probably want to make with Blackstone here. So I think we want to go work on those first. And then we can work on the cutouts as well if we still have time. Although realistically, like, part of me is just like the less... what's a good way to put this? I kind of want to work on the simplest things right now because I measured so hastily. If I screw up something, I want to screw up something simple, right? Okay, so we need to go 32 blocks in from this. So we're 67. 67 minus 32, that's going to be 35? Wait, nope, that was not 67. That was our elevation. What is... 2241. So 41 plus 32 would be 73? Question mark, rising intonation. And then if I did this right, yeah, there's a support here. 2 times 2.38, that's going to come out to 5 wide. Okay, so we actually want, I think, to put it one past there, yeah. So we're going to have this support come out 5 wide, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's going to go almost up to the top of this. And it's going to come out 5 as well. So in some ways... we need to... One, two, three, 4, 5. Is the math going to work right on that? I think it will. Probably not a good idea to use galloping blocks on a tight square like this. Dang it. We do need to not drown, though. Avery Brooks says, just joining the stream. What's up with the echo? Shouldn't be an echo. That's probably on your end. You might have the stream open twice. I don't own the pinball machine. I'm renting it. Yeah, don't wake up the shrieker, y'all. Welcome back, Jeff. Hey, Lion the Prime. I'm working on the 2 centimeter wide supports on the back of the pinball cabinet. So at the scale we're operating at, 2 centimeters comes out to roughly 5 meters, which is pretty colossal scale, if you ask me. Well, let me make sure I'm not missing any tips that came in over the break, because I was not looking. Nope, looks like we're good. If people do want a tip, just as a reminder, we are 19 away from the next phase camera expansion. We are at 90% Joe Pasty right now. And tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. I am building the supports on the back of my pinball cabinet. There are 2 centimeters by 2 centimeters square pieces of wood that are flat black and mounted to the back of the machine. Terrence Shark says, so 1 block per centimeter. No. If 2 centimeters on the real pinball machine comes out to 5 blocks in Minecraft, then it's not 1 block per centimeter. So the back of the machine is relatively flat in terms of texture because you're not supposed to look at it. But once we cut the vents in and we get these supports in here, I think adding these supports is going to really make it pop a lot better, especially because the supports are going to cut into the sea in a very visually distinct way. So right now, the only real detail we've got on the back of the machine is the FCC label and the back box caution label. But if you want to see the scale of the machine, it's 128 blocks wide, 256 blocks deep. So that way, we can make a map out of the playfield when we're ready to. And it'll go like this. So here's our playfield. That's the water inside. You can see the double walls represent the 5 block thick plywood. Good morning, Jaren. I see you have a pinball machine or a pinball in your profile picture on YouTube. So these pinballs here, these 6-meter pinballs, are at scale for the machine. I built these little pinball huts to be the same scale as the machine. So once we actually build like the play field and the ball dispenser or whatever, I forget the name of the tray that the balls go into before they get ejected into the shooter lane. I need to work on my terminology some. Let's go ahead and grab some more rockets, though, while we're down here. Not next to the Guardians. Firework rockets. We are definitely running low on rockets. We'll need to go buy some more shortly. Luckily, Jevin sells rockets, so that's not a problem. Actually, let's just hold on to the empty shulker box right now. Ball trough. Thank you, Fake Zircon. Ball trough. Thank you. It was driving me nuts. Because I'm like, it's one of those things, like, I've looked at them before. I've got a ton of pictures and measurements and, like, but then I'm like, what is word? What is word? One centimeter is 2.38 blocks at the scale we're working on. So we're rounding 2 centimeters to 5 blocks because Minecraft. Hunter says, do you have a plan for the replica to be functional? So the only way to move something fast enough inside the machine in the game to actually replicate the real pinball experience, in a real pinball machine, the stainless steel ball bearings move about 95 miles an hour off the flipper. The only way to get close to that in Minecraft is by making the entire thing an elytra course. So my plan is to open it up as an elytra course that you start in the shooter lane, fly through the pops, maybe go around some orbits, go down through the ball trough into the innards of the machine. Right? I feel like that's pretty cool. But we're a long way from getting there. We got a lot to do just getting the fundamentals of the machine and getting the walls, the supports and stuff. Yeah, the scale is pretty crazy, but I'm learning a lot. This is forcing me to really delve into this stuff and pay attention to details that I could kind of hand wave at another scale. And I chose this scale, like I said, in particular because it's the size of the Minecraft maps. So, Ilias says, do you have a rough timeline for how long you expect this to take? I'm shooting for about 12 months. That's my rough. This is not a short-term project. This is my season-long mega base. Well, it's a mega base. If you're gonna play, like, a HermitCraft season is like 12 to 18 months usually, right? So the idea is that, yeah, I'm gonna put my entire base inside the pinball machine here. And so I don't have, like, a separate year-long project that I'm also, like, and I'm gonna work on my base. This is gonna be one of those porque no los dos things, right? Gusty Gale says, that's flippin' fast. I know, right? Would it be possible to use skulk sensors and slime blocks to create bumpers that bounce the player when they get near? I've been thinking about that. I think that tripwires triggering certain sounds with the record players and also triggering certain movement, like as you fly toward the drop targets, they could drop because you pass through tripwires or something. In theory, I don't think flying is going to trigger the skulk sensor reliably unless you hit the rocket right when you get close to it, right? If that makes any sense. And the speed delay on this, like, because just how fast you'll be moving inside the machine. I'm not sure if some of, like, I've been considering all that Mantigag, but I'm not sure if I can pull it off, kind of. And there's also the possibility that they might change something significant about the way that skulk sensors work in response to redstoners between now and the next 6 months. So I don't want to get, like, I'm pretty sure they're not going to screw with tripwires too much, right? But they might change stuff about what sounds activate the skulk sensor. So, like, for example, if right now flying doesn't activate it, but they change it so it does later, that's a big change for me, or vice versa. Okay, so this is pretty unobtrusive until you're looking right at it, and then it's just absolutely great. Okay. Mahi says flying does trigger skulk sensors. Okay. But still, the thing is, if you're moving at that speed, you need the signal to propagate and the change to affect the world state quickly, is the thing. So, Jaren says, can I listen to Joe's stream intro song somewhere? Yeah, we have our album available on iTunes, Amazon, basically everywhere that you would get music online, at least in my part of the world. I'm not sure about India, but we're on Spotify. There's a link to the album there. DistroKid is our distributor, and that is a landing page that then links to, like, all the different services that you can buy the music on or listen to it on. Like, I think you can listen to it on YouTube Music if that still exists. That was one of the things that was set up in the first place. I think it still exists, but YouTube always changes everything forever, all the time. Okay, so let me check on how high up. Did I measure? Did I get a picture of exactly how high this goes? No. So let's cut this off here, just in the interest of, I'm going to put 140 BL question mark. I don't want to overextend myself here. Oh, also, we might be completely out of deep slate. Yeah, that column does look like a great place for a water elevator, Professor Red Fox. See, these are the sorts of things we're going to make decisions about later. Not right now. Okay. The real takeaway here. I love the dumb names I give things so much. They're not just to make you laugh, they're to make me laugh. Okay. So, we came in 32 blocks from the outside. I think I should fix it. I'm going to patch this hole too, just to... Okay, so we know we need to use the left number here. And this is the... We're one short, so instead of subtracting 32, we subtract 31. So 68 minus 31 is going to be 37. 37 is going to be the last air block. Yep, so then 36 is going to be where we actually place this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, of course it's a support. Fine. It's fine. It's not like we were using that for anything. It's fine. Kimberly Baviera says, Joe, glad you're streaming. My newborn only wants to be held, and it's keeping me awake. Oh, that's a rough time. But, yeah, good luck. You know, a lot of people say, oh, take so many pictures. They grow up so fast. My kid didn't sleep through the night for the first 9 months. If we hadn't taken so many pictures, we wouldn't remember those 9 months. It was a rough time. Like, but yeah, I am glad to bring you whatever comfort I can in this challenging time. I'm wishing you the best. And congratulations. Dang it, I keep going one too high here. There we go. Dang it. I am not getting the blocks I need in place. Okay, cool. This is only 2, but whatever. It gets us out of the water. Okay. So let's go do a sanity check here and see if these are roughly equidistant from the sides. That means that... Yep, that looks roughly equidistant from the sides to me. Yeah, this is already giving us way more to look at. I'm very happy with this decision. So the thing is, it's funny because I wanted to work on these cutouts anyway, because I was like, I feel like it would look better if I worked on these. But in the back of my head, I was like, no, but nobody's really going to be flying on that side of the machine. So I should put my energy into stuff that's more directly visible. But so Etho showing up and building his base over there is like, oh good, now I get to do the part that I wanted to do anyway. And it actually, I have an excuse to do it. Technologic says, new parent solidarity. My infant is needing holding throughout the night too. Yeah, it's a rough time. A baby is like, what is up? I am alone. I have never been alone before. Terrence Shark says, why don't you have any point systems? Oh, I just use the IFPA system. Yeah, so like, let me see here. So world player pinball ranking points are the easiest way to really determine how well somebody has been engaging with the pinball tournament community in the last year or so. Now, points fall off after the first year. like in value. So let's say that you go to a tournament and you win and you get 20 Whopper points, which are World Player Pinball Ranking points, right? So you think, oh wow, 20 Whopper points, that's going to be huge for me. Well, it will, but the problem is after the first year, you only get some of those counted toward your actual player ranking. And after 3 years, those disappear entirely. It's still recorded that you won that tournament 3 years ago. But what it doesn't do is it doesn't impact your player rankings, because the player rankings are supposed to reflect who is the best player in the world right now. So you see the tournament where I got 2 points there, or sorry, where I got second place, I actually got 3.75 points. Like, at the time I got that, I actually had like less than 3.75 points total. So, like, that was huge. Getting that 1 second place really was a huge reward for me. So, I would recommend folks who want to get points show up at local tournaments, because the other thing is the way they calculate your actual player ranking is they use the 20 highest show, or the 20 best showings you had in the last 3 years, right? So whatever you've done in the last 3 years that's worth the best amount of points, they count that toward your comparing you to other players. So if you compete in 20 tournaments, they use all 20 of them. But if you compete in 40 tournaments, they use the 20 best, right? If you compete in 60 tournaments, they use the 20 best. If you compete in 120 tournaments, they use the 20 best. So somebody who can go out of their way to attend a lot of tournaments is going to have the opportunity to have their lowest scores not really counted against them, right? And so the thing about that is when you first start out, every tournament you go to, even if you get 0.06 points, it's going to help you, you know? Now, once you get to your 21st tournament, you need to really be beating your worst showing up to that point in order to have something to, you know, show for it, if that makes sense. But I think it's a pretty solid way to do things. And I don't really see the need to institute my own point system when we've already got one that functions so well. So, boy, I am really disappointed that I don't have more Blackstone. If we see Tango later, we'll ask him for some. He needed Deep Slate. That was one of the other reasons I was gathering extra Deep Slate, was because I knew we could trade it to him if it came down to it. But I felt like somewhere down here I had... there they are. Hold on. I was like, no, I didn't burn through all those chests just yet. Nope, not yet. Okay. Okay, so never mind. We're still okay. Yeah, the IFPA knows what they're doing. Pachycephalosauria says, sounds like a reward system that favors high-risk, high-reward strats. Well, if you go to the biggest tournaments will give you the most points, because the amount of points that a tournament has to assign to players for their for how they do there is based on the number of players that participate, the format of the tournament, and how competitive the other players are. So, if I play in a 100-person tournament and I lose to people who are all worse than me, I'm going to get fewer points than if I go to a tournament and I lose to people who are all better than me with the same number of people, right? So the other thing about it that's nice is it doesn't punish the best players for showing up at more tournaments. So let's say that they're like, you know, I'm kind of feeling like I'm having an off day. Should I skip this tournament this weekend, right? They know they've got more than 20 great scores, right? And so, worst case, this one doesn't count for them, but it doesn't hurt them either way. And then the other players still get the benefit of playing against them, both in terms of the raw rating stuff, but also in terms of, like, watching people play who are better than you in real life is really valuable. It's really helpful. But yeah, so you can see that my current rank on that page is 5,685th. When I started at the beginning of the summer, I think after my first tournament, I was in like the 30,000s, and I worked my way to the 18,000s, and now I'm in the 5,000s. And I've only got, I think, 10 events on there. Okay. Let me go ahead and make sure, let me switch my copy and paste link back to the tipping link. We are currently 19 away from the next face camera expansion, and tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Nepeta says, it's a good system. It's good to avoid penalizing participation. Jaco Work says, is this a national system? This is an international system. International Flipper Pinball Association. So the I in IFPA. It's not about me. It's about international. Nation of NOJ says, I love the photo of you on that page. Did they tell you not to smile, or was that an artistic choice? So I was in a head-to-head pinball tournament against Manu Smith, MPT3K, who we raid usually on Friday nights. And they sent me a picture of Manu wearing a shirt with his logo on it. He had a like white long underwear shirt. You can't, and a hat on backwards, and he made exactly that face. And the guy organizing the Heads Up Challenge was like, "Hey Joe, this is the picture of Manu. Can you take a picture like this for your side of the poster?" And I was like, "I can take a picture exactly like this." So I got a T-shirt with my logo on it. I got the opposite color thermal underwear shirt to put on underneath it. I used a chroma green hat instead of the color he had, and then I made the exact same face, exact same pose, had Badger Spanner take the picture from the same distance away, so the angles were proper. So yeah, let me see if I can find that. If I go search.twitter.com, I could probably find MPT3K Joe Hills. I could probably find the picture of both of us. Let's try Manu Joe Hills. No. Ah, here it is. I'm answering his question. He asked where are the points, and I'm explaining where the points are. So there's that picture with the full pose. Izzy Abel says, that picture will always cheer me up no matter what. Elijah says, what an incredible poster. OMG. Hey, Pedal Bros. We are doing well. We are working on this. Uh-oh, I might have gone a little bit too high here. I cut the other one off at 140, and we're at 147. Let's just make them both even for now, and then we can clean them up later. We'll fix the height on this later. I just want to have them be consistent. Urgent question, who won? Manu. Manu's way better at pinball than me. Have a good night, Pokemon Star Wars. What's important is that I had fun. Exactly. No, it was a great time. Manu and George were hilarious. I did have a fantastic time. Dang it, I did this one too low. Really? It's fine. Everybody, it's fine. Did Manu like the poster? Yeah, I think so. Okay, this is actually kind of supposed to be rounded a little bit here, so that's going to look better that way. Come on. We can do it. Wait, why didn't I think of this before? This is the perfect way to do that. Okay, just, yeah, walk along the top and then go down there. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Okay. Night, Gusty Gale. Okay, so that's not super obvious, but it does give it a little bit more three-dimensionality. Okay, now from the top, we've got 5 vents as well to look at. Let's look at those 5 vents. Those are... Boy, okay, so one of these is... We basically have 2 types of circles here. One of them is 7 centimeters in diameter. And let's see what that is in our 7 times 2.38. So that's 17 blocks roughly in diameter on those. Although, boy, because this is an even number wide, kind of, maybe, excuse me, maybe we do it 18 blocks or 16. It's closer to 16 than 18. What does a 16 block circle look like? Put hi Etho on the back box? No. Welcome, neighbor. Nepeta says, I got so excited when I saw your shop and then the machine in Etho's video. Oh, did he actually show it? Oh, that's really exciting. I didn't know he showed it. I thought he just mentioned that he lived near me. Really? Oh, that's cool. Well, anyway, it's even more important now. Like I said, HermitCraft is kind of like a dance, and your goal is to make yourself look good, but also to make the people dancing around you look good. And you know, that's what creates a fun experience for the audience, right? So Etho complimented it. Awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. I've been just super busy with back to school stuff and stuff around the apartment now that my daughter's home today. So okay, so did a whole flight from the shopping district past the axolotl and your machine to the location. Awesome. So that was ambitious. Yeah, it's definitely ambitious. Yes, 256 blocks deep, so huge sense of scale there. Okay, so 3 times 2.38 equals, so 7 blocks from the top of here we would be going down. And then we have our 16 block wide thing. So let's see, do I have a Minecraft circle chart? Okay. Even. Okay, so 16 is going to be what? Open image, a new tab. It's going to be 6, 2. So it's basically 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. I love that 3, 2, 1 is also counting down. I could run the extension cord over to his base and steal power. Yeah, so the plug of the machine is going to be down there at least a little bit. So, if we need to find the middle of the machine, I guess we probably have a way to do it, but I'm lazy. And I'd rather work from the outsides, because that's going to be more likely to get us actual good results, because it's harder to screw up in a different way. I forgot to measure the thing that I... Okay, wait. If that's 26, and this is definitely 7 wide, then that means it starts 19 centimeters away from the thing. So 19 times 2.38 is 45. So we come 45 blocks in. 45 BL. Gonna mark that there. And this is going to be 16 BL. Actually, since we're making that one smaller than it should be, let's come in 46 blocks. Okay. Okay. So... oh yeah, because it's coming in from here. So 2221, 2221, 2222. So 46 plus 2221 equals 267. We also need to get a bunch of scaffolds for this. Charlie says, I'm so proud of me. I made friends, like to talk to people. Awesome. Good for you, Charlie. Okay, so grab some scaffolds here because we're going to need to go up, up, up. Okay. So, staying along here. 267. 267. Still a hole. That doesn't need to be a hole. Dun, 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 dun. 267. Okay. How high did I say that needed to be away from there, though? Oh boy. I took a bunch of pictures of the ruler up against here rather than actually writing down the measurements. So now I'm like writing down the measurements after, which is not great. Okay. So that's, okay, 3 centimeters. So 3 times 2.38 is 7. Okay, so, 7 blocks. Yeah, I did try to write that down. I just failed. Okay. Look at how tall this back box is. We are just pouring scaffolds into this. Okay. Okay, so this is 319. So 2, 3. So 319 minus 7. So we'll start cutting 311 here. But we need to go in plenty of blocks. Okay. Let's maybe come down part way here. So 311. That is where the upper corner of that would be. But it is really hard to look at that all the way over there. I'm going to move this over to this screen. See if we have any tips we need to recognize. Doesn't look like it. Quick reminder, we are 19 away from the next face camera expansion. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Yep, we scaled this so it would go up to the build limit. It's the right size for maps and the build limit. Okay. So, I can look at this chart better now here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to go over 5 blocks before we start digging. So this is... Of course I didn't bring any torches. Or enough torches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 2, 1, 2, and then we come in here, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Then we come down 1. Over 2. Okay, then we come over 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over 2. So I might be going up too high at this point for some of these, but that's fine. So 1, then 1, 2, then we go up 6. Wait, that was... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we go up another 2. Then we cut in 1. So 1, 2, 1, and then 6 again. 2. If I did this right... This might not be done right. We might not hit the cutout that I was hoping to hit. No, that's right. Yeah, we'll clean it up. There's still some blocks in there, but like the overall thing is roughly correct. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we need to add a block back in. Come on. Okay, so we need to add a block back in right up there to get that extended properly. Okay, so then we come in 2 here. Yeah, and then we go 1. Then we should connect to where we cut in there. Okay, great. Yep, and then we put in another one. Well, nope, not done yet. Okay. Okay. Thinking this through. So what's this big hole for? Ventilation. Keeps it from overheating. So yeah, this should be 16 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. 6 plus 4 is 10. Plus 2 is 12. Plus 2 is 14. Plus 2 is 16. Okay, great. So let's look at a reference photo again. Boy, that's closer than you really want it to be. Almost. Let's see. That is 1.6 times 2.38. 3.8. So 4 blocks away would be where that next one would go. And then that one is going to be 4BL. The actual distance here on that is brain tired. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, 31.3 minus 27.5. It's 3.8. 3.8 times 2.38 is 9. Okay, so a 9 block diameter. Would filling it with scaffolding give it the impression of being a vent hole? Maybe, but the vent cover is like the grates on these are usually black, whereas the scaffolds are very light colored. So I'd probably try to find. I think it'd be better to like maybe just use iron grate or something. I mean, it's still light colored, but it's at least a grate at that point. It's a metallic. I don't know. I might keep looking at it. I'm considering doing the grates with individual blocks, like just having a diamond of like black glass. I think chains might be too thin to see. But yeah, like some sort of offset thing I think could look good. Okay, so 9 blocks. Let's make it 8 though, maybe in the interest of keeping this tight. Yeah, because this is so the 8 diameter blocks would be entirely containable within here. So I'm gonna go over 4, and then where that starts, the lowest level would be like, okay, so we would have boy, thinking this through. Yeah, because that's the level where the 4 would be. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would come down 1. Yep, that's stupidly handy. Yep, love that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come up 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come up 1. 1, 2, 3. So we need to get the next one along here. Okay, I think that should work. Crimson trapdoors could work, maybe. Black stone walls with nether brick fence so it doesn't connect. No, that's a good... Oh, actually, nether brick fence could make a good grate. Uh-oh. I got lost. How did I get lost? Okay. Wow. Okay, I must be getting tired. If I can, like, wander off. I feel like maybe this isn't gonna... Maybe I put that too far away. I feel like this is not centered the way it should be. Let's do some sanity checks on this math. So I wrote down that this was 46 blocks away from there. But why did I think that? Let's look at our reference photos again. Woo! Reference photos! Woo! (26 minus 7 is 19. 19 times 2.38 is about 45. Okay. Is this 45 blocks here? Let's do a quick sanity check on that. Okay. Negative 2267. Negative 2221. Nope, that's the 46 blocks. And the elytra's gone. Okay. So, I think we need to go fix the elytra. Just as a treat. Everybody involved. I'm getting tired. Boat. Oh no, it's getting dark too. Also, my drink is empty. I think as we get to the spider farm, we'll do another hydration break, and I'm gonna double check one of my measurements that was bothering me there, because I feel like I think I might know what happened. My math is working based on the photos I took, but the edge of the ruler is not exactly in frame, and I'm wondering if I didn't have it properly aligned against the edge of the machine. Maybe I was only trying to measure the circle's diameters themselves in that photograph and not necessarily how far they are or where they are in relation to the edges of the machine. So we can start that over from the other side. Oh yeah, we need to actually go all the way in here. Do 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 do. Lots to do, so much to do everywhere. Woohoo. Time to go see movie things and pick a song. Okay, looks like Marissa Rawl requested Lectern Full Cauldron, so why don't we go ahead and put that on real quick. That's a, let's see, not too long a song, 3.5 minutes, so I will be right back.
I want a girl who will mine for her diamonds. I want a girl who can sort a chest. I want a girl with shears that cut and swords that burn through zombie flesh. I want a girl who knows world generation, who crafts furrows and times her attack. She's modding her community. She's flying through the air. She's smelting out impurities and feeding her cat. I want a girl with a lectern and a full cauldron. I want a girl who logs in early. I want a girl who plays till late. I want a girl with unobstructed creativity who uses a tripwire to ruin your day. With shulker boxes organized and lustrous in a tone that will torch you like desert grass. Who crafts furrows and times her attack. She's smelting out impurities and feeding her cat. I want a girl with a lectern and a full cauldron. Shields is emblazoned. I want a girl with good enchantments. On some server we will meet incidentally. We'll start to talk as we shoot skeletons. She wants a spawn with biome convenience. She wants a spawn that's in good repair. She's changing her ing from wither to dragon. She's trading her archery for a trident that's self-repairing. I want a girl with a lectern and a full cauldron.
plays for Nashville when he plays Minecraft. That's Joe Hughes. That's Joe Hughes.
How will I?
Okay, it kept playing music even though it wasn't supposed to. We are back. Sorry about that. Wait, what did it play? It played Ballad of Joe Hills and then lines. Okay, well, it's fine. Everything's fine. We're doing great, people. Oh boy. Yeah, I realized I hadn't started the laundry yet, which I meant to do before the stream, and then I meant to do it on the last hydration break. And so, not going to bed anytime soon, because I'm going to have to move all that stuff to the dryer. Woo! So anyway, if you want to support the show, tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay. So, let's get this going. Did we fix our light? Yeah, okay, good. Next problem. I figured out what was wrong with the, measurements, too. So that's nice to have figured out. But yeah, it's supposed to be 13.5 centimeters from the side is where it would start. And let's see what 13.5. You know what? Also, why is that making noise? Yeah, so that is way too far over. I was looking at that. I was like, that's not gonna be right. Yeah, I had that 19 centimeters, not 13.5. So. Okay. We come at it from this side. Okay, 1, 2. Let's do the math though. 13.5 centimeters times 2.38 is 32 blocks. Way less than the 45 we had. Okay. We'll also want to go ahead and I measured the how far up these posts come. They actually would come up like this. We were 1 block. My eyeballing this was actually really close. They come up like this and they cut like that. There we go. Okay. Quick reminder, there's no nighttime stream tomorrow night, because I got a family obligation. I am moving the morning, I'm moving the HermitCraft 9 live stream to tomorrow morning at 8:30 in the morning. So that's earlier. So that's the same time I normally do the craft streams, basically. Okay, so 32 blocks. So from 88. We're going to come in 32. That's going to be 66. That's going to be the last one there. And then, oh boy. Actually, what we need to do is come down here, grab another tot real quick. Bring on some more food. You need to grab more scaffolding. My name is Spez, says, "Evening, Joe. Boyfriend knows I'm pregnant now. Thanks for helping me not explode." Good for you. I'm glad that you were able to talk that out. And once again, congratulations. We are going to grab all of these here. We're going to come in. What did I decide was the right Y level to start these at? Because the Y level was correct. I'm going to get this. Just be patient. Tot popper. Popping all the tots. Okay. 311. I should know that. Okay, so the top is going to be at 311. Y 311. Okay. So we need to go to 88, I think, was where we were. Or no, 68, because we started at 88. 88 minus 32 is not 60, it's 58. Oh my gosh. This is how we really mess this up. It's fine, everybody's fine, nothing's wrong. I am not as far back as I intended to be. Alrighty, and looks like we got a $10 tip rolling in from Leslie. Thank you, Leslie. That's going to put us 9 away from the next face camera expansion. Appreciate you supporting the arts and my work in particular. Oh boy. So many scaffolds. It's a lot. It's a lot of scaffolds, y'all. Like, we're already in the top part of the machine. And we're putting in this many scaffolds. The new build height. I really wanted to do this build to take advantage of the new build height. Bum 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 bum. Okay. So we need to go to 311, and then we'll start cutting in, and the circle pattern for 16 wide is 321, which is easy. Why didn't I just fly up there? David says, wow, this build is huge. I didn't even realize it. Yeah, it's a pretty big build. Going up in the sky now. Bye. Goodbye, ground. Okay, so here we are. We need to get to 311. Okay, 314, 313. So if that's going to be 311 there, we need to go over. Okay. Okay, so that's 311. So it's going to be... Gosh, let's do the math on that. For 16 wide... Am I doing this math right? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we go over 5 blocks, which we don't have the torches to mark anymore. Well, that's worse. Okay, 1. Is that gonna go away if I... Ah! Okay. That was fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 311. It's right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, whatever. We'll work backwards now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1. Yeah, don't break the scaffolding out from under you. It will not go well. Okay. 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boy. Yeah, the Gremlin movies are great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, nope, this is wrong. Hold on. Oh boy, lots of this is wrong. Okay, so that needs to go 2. That needs to go 1. Now that's gone 1. This goes 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's the right one. Wait. Okay, and then from there, so we go over 1, then we should be hitting the blocks I cut out earlier, but we're not for some reason. So 2, 1. I did too many. That explains it. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's right. So what's wrong is that one. Wait. Hold on. So if we're trying to start it here though, which we are. Boy. It's 11:15. Boy, okay. I don't need free cam. I'm free as a bird. This bird you cannot change. Okay, well this is definitely the wrong size compared to the other one. Okay, there's a lot going on here that's incorrect. Let's just settle on, let's accept that first off. Okay, so that needs to go in 2, then 1, and then down 2. That's going to fix a lot of this problem. Then, from here, do we have 6? That sounded like 7. Yep, that was 7. So, boom. Fixed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now we go up 2 here. And then on the third one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2. Then it comes over 2 only here. Can't even see it. The sky's too dark. Let's go lay our heads down and dream. Free, free camping. All the campfires walking through the valley. Move west down into a boulevard. I'm a bad boy, 'cause I don't even miss it. I'm a bad boy for breaking her heart. Okay, let's admire this from up here. So it goes 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2. That one's wrong. One. I messed this up. I must be really tired to mess this up this badly. Sorry, y'all. One, two. Wait, this feels wrong. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So above that, we need to have that come in like so, and then a block there. Then that comes in like that. Feels too narrow still somehow. Did I miscount the 6 somewhere? Okay. Just like this one over here feels nicer than this one. Let's check some math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should have a double 1 in the middle of the corners. On a 16? I'm not seeing that on my diagram. One, two, three, four, five, six. Oh, you know what it is? I made the other one an 18 by accident. So it looks rounder and better because it's bigger. It's fine. Okay, so I really messed up that one over there, is what I'm... That's what I'm taking away from this here, because, yeah. So what you're describing, Ryan, with the 2 blocks in the middle, with the diagram I'm using, that would get us to an 18 circle. So the problem is the other one was an 18 by accident. The other one was supposed to be a 16. And the more you work on stuff like this, you appreciate definitely for sure that, like, the width of the one I have now is wrong, is the whole problem. So if we're coming in 32 from the edge here, this was 2, 2, 2, 1. So 32 plus 2, 2, 2, 1. 253. Okay. So we actually need to start going up right here. Yeah, we got enough scaffolding. Look at how high up it is. It's so high up. New sky limit is terrifying, but we're trying to make the most of it this season. I was really disappointed they didn't upgrade the height limit last season. Hey, Piper, thank you so much for tipping 10, who says, thanks for always making my days at work a little brighter. You're welcome, Piper. That puts us $1 past our next face camera expansion milestone. So here we go. Expand Joe. Lowering the opacity now to 80%. And we are 19 away from that next milestone. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Oh, we didn't finish this. I got distracted. I thought we had. What am I building? A pinball machine. We're working on the back box right now. It's going to be pretty big. We need to get to 311. Okay. It's good enough. Okay. So. There's 311. That's our 32nd block. So that means we need to come in 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if I'm doing this right, oops. Let's look at the diagram again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the 6th block is going to be where we begin. Build. So here on the 5th one here, that's 311. That's the 6th one. So we're going to cut there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to cut in 2 here. Oh, I'm realizing what the issue is. Oh, okay. Ryan, I see what you were saying now. Is the circle itself 16, or is the ring around the circle 16? Because to make the circle itself 16, the ring around it has to be 18, which is where we were getting confused. Or by which I mean I was getting confused. You were being completely clear with what you were saying. I just didn't understand it very well. Because that's going to naturally create those the 2 flanges there. Kind of. Okay, so 1, 2. It's fine. We're getting it done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 6? Please tell me I've got more than 2 of these left. I don't. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's fine. We got it right anyway. Yeah, we're gonna have to go to bed anyway. Regardless. Oh no. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's try that. 1, 2. Oh, it's gonna be too dark to see anything up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 7, 8. Okay, 1, 2. And we need to have this pop down here with another 2. Then we need to have this come up here. Nope, wrong spot. Dang it. Okay. See if we can lay our head down and dream here. Good, no mobs directly outside the pinball. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing it. Oh boy. Okay, so 6, 2, 1. Oh, yep, that's how we got the whole thing off. Okay, now that I understand what we were doing wrong, and I understand how tired I was to be making that mistake for like a while, part of me really thinks it might be wise to that looks kind of cool. Part of me thinks it might be wise to consider calling it a night soon. But at the same time, I do have to stay up until the laundry machine is done running, but maybe I should be not doing this, because this is going increasingly poorly as my motor skills decay into the evening. So we're going to do last call for tips now. It's 11:30 at night. And then I'm gonna take care of cutting out a little bit more of this. But for the most part, we're gonna be wrapping up shortly. Fake Zircon says, perhaps switch to a task that requires less math. I don't really have any of those to do right now. All the stuff everything I have to do right now requires a lot of math. Like, there is stuff that has slightly less math. We could go start marking in where the studs need to go in the bottom of the pinball machine there. But that is going to be, like, a whole nother thing that I could really screw up. And, like, at the point where I'm too tired to mark out these circles properly, like, yeah, marking out lines properly would theoretically be a little bit easier, but not easier enough that I'm optimistic it's a good choice, if that makes sense. So then we go down 2 here, we go down 1 here, go over 2 here. Don't repeat yourself. If I'm not answering your question, it's because your question isn't relevant to what I want to talk about, or a good use of my time to focus on when I'm already trying not to screw up this math, right? Right now I've got stuff I'm doing. If you guys want to have your own side conversation, I'm not going to stop you, but if you're going to spam questions at me about your side conversation, you're going to get timed out for spamming questions. Not just at me, but like for spamming in general. That's kind of not how we roll here. Okay, so 2... I don't have a circle generator, I have a chart. It's just a chart full of circles. I don't want blue blocking glasses. I do a lot of work with color, and the idea of intentionally messing with my color perception is not optimal. Okay, so 2, 6, 2. Okay, let's see how that... I feel like I'm missing something up in here. But I'm too close to it when I stand on this scaffold. Okay. So we come in 2, then we come in... Oh, that's it. That was it. That might be the circle we were looking for. And then we're going to fill in these 4 because we need those filled in to get to the next circle we need to make. Yeah, the pinball machine is my mega base for the season. This is my year-long super project, if you will. So yeah, we kind of want to fill a lot of that in. So those circles are 4 blocks tall instead of 16. So we have managed to make this look way worse for Etho's point of view. Not way better. Okay. so except like higher up, right? Yeah, it has to be even with that. Does that look right? Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have no spare scaffolds, of course. Of course, no spare scaffolds. It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just scaffold with blocks. It's fine. It's an option we've always had. Perfect. Perfect landing. Four, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Unlimited. It's pronounced unlaminated cathode ray television. Thank you. I don't see what's so hard about that. Okay. Oh, we did that one wrong too. Because of course we did. We did it as a 6 wide instead of as an 8 wide. Whap whap. One, 2, 3, 4. Whoops, that was already right, huh? Do 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 do. So Ryan on Sax says, Joe, have you put any thought into the Elytra course that goes inside? Yes. But I'm in the very early planning stages for that. We're not going to probably see that until a while out. We need to go buy rockets before we run out. Well, here it comes, the sound of drums. Here come the drums, here come the drums. Dun, 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 dun. Ba, ba, bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Gunpowder payment. Okay, rockets are upstairs, I guess. Rockets 2 stacks for 1 diamond. Bulk rockets 15 diamonds. This one's got gray concrete in it and a bunch of fireworks rockets. This one's got crimson stairs in it. I like that the boxes of rockets are very inconsistent. Okay, 15 diamonds. We got that. I'm not gonna bother doing this on a recording because I really want to get these things done. Did I take the rockets out? No. I left my wallet. See, this is what I mean. When I'm tired, I start making dumb mistakes. I need to get out of here before I lose all my gear somehow or something. I don't even know how. But, like, there's just kind of a certain point at which playing Minecraft on a server like this is more likely to cost you progress than gain you progress. Okay. Yeah, having the legs pop in. Having the legs be made of the same material as the text there isn't ideal. But... Okay, so the thing is that this second circle here doesn't necessarily look wrong. This looks like it's partway completed, right? Not like... Oh boy, is this too high up? Okay, but so if you're flying past this, this looks like it isn't done yet. Not like it's a complete mess. Now, we do have to pull this one out and replace it with a bigger one. We got to put another one in there. It's fine. Okay. Okay, we did last call for tips. Doesn't look like any came in. So let's go ahead and see where we're going to be sending folks. Like I said, I'm not going to bed. I still got chores to do, laundry to move along, dishes to wash. Boy. What is going on there? Well... Hey, Don't Panic Flip is playing Jurassic Park. We were talking about Don't Panic Flip earlier. That's actually where I'm going to be hanging out after this while I'm doing my chores. I'm going to be listening to his stream. So, if you want to hang out with me in a stream instead of hanging out with me watching or while I make a stream, I'm going to go ahead and read the Pinball Network. When you get over there, say howdy, y'all. Joe Hills right here. Anyway, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Do. Right now. I forgot to click it.